Welcome to another episode of Redesigning Your Relationships podcast. I'm your host, Giovanna Burgess-White, with my co-host.
Hello, I'm Yvette Valdenegro.
Oh, we're so excited to be here today. We're actually on our bonus episode with boundaries. If you are here for the first time, welcome. If you're watching us again, welcome. We just finished a 6-part series on boundaries. Please go back because you need to start with yourself. But today we decided to do the bonus episode on time because it's a relationship that people don't have a healthy relationship with. They don't think about it as a relationship, and you do have to create boundaries with it, and you do have to create a healthy relationship with time. So we're gonna bring you some good gems today. So we need you to write these down. Before we get started, do you want to say anything, Yvette?
No, say what you got to say because I feel like my brain is right into the time. So if you had something else to say, then go for it.
Well, we will say that this is our last episode of season 2. We're so excited to be starting season 3 next week. We have a special guest. We have some great announcements, so stay tuned for that. We also have some new photos, some new branding coming up. So lots of great new things coming up next week before the end of this year. And if you have been watching us, listening to us, we go live every Wednesday. We have a new episode every Friday on all podcast platforms. And you feel like you need to redesign some relationships in your life, please make sure to book a complimentary virtual connect with us. We are available for you. We want to see how we can help you in the top relationships in your life. We know how important it is, especially going into the holidays. So don't think that you should wait till the beginning of the year because you are important and we are here to help you with that. So let's get started with time, your relationship with time. I remember we were speaking at Weiss and I go, raise your hand, anybody that has a great relationship with time, and the whole room, 300 women were like,
nope. Listen, I'm laughing. I'm not laughing that this is the bonus episode because we started off with our relationship with self, which is the most important one. And then like we're bookending it with, I feel like is probably one of the hardest relationships is with time. Yes, you've got family, you've got your partners, we get all that, right? But I think time is because I don't think people really understand, one, that they're even in a relationship with it, and then two, how much of their attitude affects their relationship with time. And so we're so not enough time. That's all we ever, especially in the entrepreneurial world. I don't have enough time. You want to do this? I don't have enough time.
I think in the world. We go network all the time. That was the number one thing we talked about this morning in networking was burnout, overwhelm, anxiety, stress, because it all goes back to time management, your relationship with time, what we love to call calendar integrity. You have to have calendar integrity. And we teach a whole class with our clients. It's like almost a whole 6 weeks of just really understanding the importance of planning your time first, then prioritizing time, not with your business, not with your career, but with you. And then what's important to you? What's next? Is that family? Is that your kids? Is it your career? We really help you have clarity around it and understand that time is extremely valuable and you have to have a good relationship with it. It's the number one excuse that everyone gives everyone. I don't have enough time for everything. Can't do this. Can't do this. I'm like, we all have the same 24 hours. It's your decision to make what you want to do with them. And people look at me all the time. But yes, I am always out. I'm always doing the things, but I do still manage my time. I still sleep 8 hours every single night. I still take time off and I prioritize my buckets. They're like my relationships. It's super important to me. And now, after many, many years, Yvette and I now take long time frames off. I mean, we're going to take off all of Thanksgiving. We're taking off almost 2 weeks in Christmas. I took off the whole month of April because we are teaching what we're doing. We're not just telling you to do something that we haven't done ourselves.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say this. We're not everyone, meaning your ability, we just talked about this actually offline, your ability to do things and your time management and what you can put in all your buckets is 100% different from somebody else. So it's not a comparison thing. It's not like, well, Gio does, Yvette does. No, who cares what we do? It's everybody's individual time and what works for them. First and foremost, I want to say this. You cannot control time. We can't listen. Time started in the very beginning. Time is going to go on. Time before we're born. Time is after we leave this earth. Time is a constant that is not ever going to change. It happens. Now, when it comes to relationship with your significant other, right? We always talk about communication, bring up what you want, like express your needs, all that kind of stuff. It's not like there's a thing that's going to walk in and go, "Hi, I'm Father Time," and you can say, "Hi, I'd like to express to you what I would like in this relationship." But the fun thing about it is, because there isn't another entity that you're dealing with, it all starts with you and your attitude towards the essence of time. If you're negative towards time, you're going to have a negative experience with time. It feeds off the other. But get off the boat of thinking you can control it. Instead of that, work with it. It's abundant. It's going to happen. You have all these hours. Work with what you have. Don't fight it.
Yep. Yeah. And I think one of the things we talked about this morning, one of the things you and I talked about, I think it was in our last workshop, but we've been talking about it a lot, is, and I think our last episode too, holidays, the time, it's seasons too. Like, you're going to have seasons in life where you're going to work a little bit more, or you're going to have to do more things with your friends and family. And that's like, we talked about the holiday seasons being that. But when you look at your overall year, and then your overall quarter, and then your overall month, and then your overall week, but you do you first, like, I'm telling you, it's mind blowing what we do with our clients. It does give you the bigger picture of like what you can drop, what you shouldn't be doing. And we also have our clients go down the list and have, like, every relationship that you have requires time, like every single one. So you're going to have to start crossing some things off your list. And during the holidays, like, what can you handle? We all know what we hate. This is the best part of your boundaries. Yep. Everyone's like, I don't know how to create a boundary. I don't know how to do it. It's so hard. In any relationship it is. But we know what we don't like in a relationship, with ourselves, with our spouse, with our kids, with our business, with our friends, with our family. We know what we don't like. So write those things down and look at the opposite, and then do that. So it's like, really, it is creating the list, taking the time to create the list, taking the time to go, okay, Thanksgiving is in like 2 weeks. Christmas break is in like 4 weeks. New Year's is in like 6 weeks. What can I handle? What can I put on my list, and what can I take off? And I promise you, it's okay to say no. Like,
say that again.
It's okay to say
no.
Like, most people are probably thinking the same thing that you are. Like, oh God, I gotta put all these things on my list. I gotta go to all this holidays events. I gotta do all the things with the kids. It's okay to say no. If someone gets upset, or there's a situation where multiple people get upset, it's their problem, not yours. Again, it's their problem, not yours. And you have to start realizing that, because you come first. You can't be great for anybody else. Again, whatever the order is for your relationships, you can't be okay for them if you're not okay with yourself. So we are challenging you to take time out of your schedule, like now, before the Thanksgiving break, and start making the list. Start writing all the relationships that you have. And then, what are the non-negotiables? What are, like, this is what happened last year. This is what I don't want. And start creating boundaries, which is the opposite. And that's a healthy boundary.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Breathe. Listen, whether it's the holidays or anything else, I just think the whole thing is, it's okay to say no. We do know some things about time. You only have so many hours. There's only so many weeks. There's only whatever. If someone really lists all the things that they feel like they should or have to do, I can guarantee you probably half that list can be taken off, because your shoulds are because you're placing them on you. No one else is. You think you're supposed to be doing something that you have no business doing. So of course it brings you down. You get frustrated. You find overwhelmed. You may completely get into depression because you're like, I can't do all these things. You don't have to. It's almost like when someone goes, or just the fact right now, hi, it's inflation time. Money is not growing on trees for people right now. It's kind of like the thought of, if this year for your family, you have to say, hey, listen, my personal boundary with my finances is I'm not going to be able to give to everybody, or I'm making something, or I'm going to just do quality time with whatever it is. That's what's happening in your life. Same with time. If you have to go to people and say, this is what's working for me right now, this is where I'm at. You just started a business and you're like, I only have so much time for you guys because I'm trying to get this going. Please understand, it's a season. It's not going to be forever. But most of the time we put things on ourselves that nobody else is even thinking They don't even listen. Your cousin, your niece, or whatever, if you give them a special gift, they're not going, oh my God, I can't believe my aunt just gave me this. This is like ridiculous. I can't believe. Same with time. If your best friend and you say, listen, today when we go to lunch, I really have an hour. Let's just make it a power hour. She's not going to be sitting there going, really? You don't have 4 hours for me today? What's your problem? Okay, maybe shouldn't be your friend if that's how she's going to treat you. But I think most of the time we get stuck in the fact that it's a story in our own head that we think and believe that no one else is thinking and believing for us at all.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Well, we hope that this bonus episode helps. We please ask you to go back and listen through episodes 1 through 6. They're mini series, so they're 15 minutes or less. I think they're going to really help you with all those relationships in your life. We will be back next week with a brand new season, a guest, some special announcements. If you're following us on social media, you know. But I do want to say again, if there's something that we said, we do have an amazing program to help you rebalance your relationship with time, with your business, with yourself. So wherever you are, let us help you. Go ahead and just click the virtual connect button on anywhere you're either listening or watching, and we would love to connect with you. So
yes.
see you next week.
Bye. Bye.